Now, what I'm going to share with you now is probably the best way that I know of how to change your beliefs. Now, I've already stated in earlier videos that the key to your success in life, in cricket, is what you believe about yourself. And the best way I know as to how to change those beliefs is through writing affirmations. Now, affirmations are simply statements of an outcome that you want that hasn't actually happened yet. Now, for some people, that's a real challenge because the feedback I get from people is that, well, aren't I just lying to myself? And I get it. I do get that. What you're actually doing is you're wanting to change your belief. And as I've talked about before, you've got the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the creative subconscious mind. The creative subconscious mind's job is to maintain your deep-seated beliefs about yourself. It's designed to keep you safe. So the moment you start to try and change your belief, your creative subconscious is going to bring you back to what you believe. So, for example, with me, with cricket, first ever affirmation I wrote, scoring 50 runs makes me feel important to the team and strives me on to be consistent. I hadn't scored 50. So I was completely out of my comfort zone and out of my actual true beliefs about my ability. So trying to change that belief is challenging. It was quite challenging. But with work, consistency, and belief, that's the key that you actually need to actually work through that. So you're not lying to yourself. You're actually in the process of changing yourself. And you've got to break that habit. You've got to break that belief that you've got. Now, give you an example. Depending on how old you are watching this, when you start a new job, or you go to a different school, or go to the next grade, or whatever it might be, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And when that happens, you start to doubt yourself. It still happens to me now. If I go and do a talk somewhere, I'm out of my comfort zone. If I go to a new place, out of my comfort zone. But you are able to adapt to that. You create the new you. It's the new comfort zone. So, for example, when you start a new job, you doubt yourself. You think you're an imposter. You're playing out of your league, whatever it might be. After time, you have now created a new habit. That's through repetition and your self-talk as well, that you're actually doing and believing in what you're doing. So that's why businesses put people on a 3-month probation, because at the end of 3 months, they've either adapted or they haven't, and it doesn't work for them. So, and we all know it happens to me. I can just picture it all. I moved to Sydney, completely out of my comfort zone, and then lived in Sydney for about 5 years and absolutely loved it. So you create that new you. So you're not lying to yourself when you're writing an affirmation. You're creating the new you. And you're going to get some feedback and fight back and pushback from your self-talk. It's like going to the gym. This is the best example. When people go to the gym, they go there with all the great intentions. Everything's, hunky-dory. I want to lose weight, maybe one of them. I want to get fit. I want to look good for summer, whatever it might be. So they go there with all these good intentions. Now, they've probably never been to the gym before, so now they're completely out of their comfort zone. So they start off doing whatever it might be, cardio, weights, whatever, and maybe great for the first day, very nervous, out of your comfort zone. 3rd day, 4th day, 2 weeks, 1 week. Now, what generally happens is people fall back to their old habits because they are completely trying to change themselves, and their creative subconscious is going, well, hey, hang on, this isn't normal. This isn't what we're used to. Let me bring you back to where you're comfortable. Oh, it's a bit cold today. Let's just stay. We'll go tomorrow. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. So, biggest intake for gym membership, summer, new year. Biggest drop off with gym membership, about 3 to 4 weeks after they've started, because they're trying to change themselves beyond what they're capable and used to. You've got to break through that. See, the mind doesn't know what's the truth and what's a lie. It'll believe what you firmly tell it to believe. So some of the questions I get are, am I lying to myself? No, you're not lying to yourself. You're changing you. You are changing you, and that takes effort. And that takes a lot of, I suppose, pushback from your creative subconscious. That's what it's designed to do. Second question that I commonly get is, how many affirmations should I have? Well, when I started, I had one affirmation. I was concentrating just on that affirmation, and that was it. So as I got older and as I suppose, got more experienced with this information and these skills, I branched out and created numerous affirmations for different areas of my life. But in all honesty, if you're just starting out wanting to change your abilities and beliefs about your cricket, I would recommend you start with just one affirmation and work on that. I would, just start on the one affirmation. And that's probably the best part that I could suggest that you do. And the reason behind that is that you're just wanting to change one aspect or one belief that you've got at this point. Once you master that, then I would strongly suggest that you add some more affirmations to that with your cricket. The other common question I get in relation to affirmations is, well, how often should I read them, Damien? My suggestion to you is, at minimum, you would read them first thing of a morning and last thing of a night. They were the aspects that I used. I would read them for about 30 seconds, 15, 30 seconds. But as I'm reading them, I'm actually visualizing. I close my eyes and visualize myself scoring runs. I'd actually see, not as if I'm watching myself on TV, but through my own eyes. So I'd see my hands, I'd see the bowler come in, I'd see the ball go out to the boundary. And I would visualize that with the emotion, feeling that feeling of scoring 4 runs or hitting a 6 or whatever it might be. I would read it probably a couple of times, at least 2 or 3 times. But the visualization aspect to really accompany the words that you've got written down. So I'd read that of a night and I'd read that first thing of a morning. And if I had any spare time during the day, that is something that I would do as well. We'll just pop it out and read it. I used to have them written on little cards and then they'd be in my wallet. But with the technology nowadays, I have them on my phone. So I can just grab my phone and just go through them on my phone, which I do, which is really, really good. So if you're wanting more information, have a look at this video here and that'll talk more about beliefs. Bye for now.